Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another edition of Manga After. It ain't dark today. Oh, right now. It's almost noon Pacific time. Shout out to all my West Coast, Best Coast people, even though I'm from the Midwest. Shout out to the Midwest. What's good? What's good, y'all? It's been a long time since I've reacted to a chapter of anything. Summer's been busy. Did research up north. Went to see some family. One of my close friends got married. So now the school year's beginning. I'm back in one spot for an extended period of time. So it's back to doing reactions. I'm going to try to expand my schedule, but school life is busy. So we'll see how that goes. There's tons of series that are like, oh, I'm not going to read it because I'm going to react to it. And I don't react to it, and I'm not reading it. So that I'm so behind on JJK, Solo Leveling, Ippo. So I'm trying to do better, y'all. But life is crazy. But I'm doing well. I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for rocking with me. Back for another edition of Pirate Hour. Ichira Oda's greatness has dropped 1,095 of One Piece. I realize we're almost at 1,100. I did not realize how close. 5 more chapters till we get to 1,100. I have no idea what Oda has in store for chapter 1,100. Maybe some crazy stuff. Because, like, bruh, how many more of these hundreds chapters are we going to have in this series? But this definitely won't be the last one. 1,100. Well, we will hit 1,200, 1,300. We're hitting 1,400 as well. Like, come on. Like, we're not finishing the story in 300 chapters. We're hitting 1,500. Ain't no way you could solve all of this shit in 500 chapters. We're hitting 1,600. We're hitting... I would be shocked if we get less than 2,000 chapters of One Piece. Personal. Never mind. It won't be that because we're only at 1,095, so we ain't getting to 2,000. But I'd say definitely around 600 chapters more to go. If you had me put money on it, how many more chapters of One Piece we're gonna get? Around 600, in my opinion. 1,600 is a nice even chapter. But even that, there's a lot of stuff to cover in 600 chapters. So I don't even know. Without further ado, let me stop teasing y'all. Without further ado, let's dive into chapter 1,095 of One Piece. A world where you're better off dead. Ooh, that's a heavy title. So we got Buggy and a monkey. So cover request by Nippy. Buggy chasing a squirrel monkey who swiped his trademark nose. I thought that was an apple the monkey was holding. How Buggy gonna get caught lacking like that? Yo, when Buggy's hockey bloom, it's gonna be magical. You know what's happening. He's the Usopp of the Raja Pirates. He's gonna go through some it's one of those he's repressed his true powers all along. Because Shanks respects game. Shanks know Buggy's a beast. So we just need some type of incident to have Buggy sums up the courage to unleash his conqueror's hockey. You know he has it. Buggy, he's failing upwards. He 1,000% is a conqueror. Y'all need to stop playing with my boy. So let's dive into the chat. First of all, magic circles. That's also the last chapter was crazy. Jay Garcia, Saint Saturn. He ain't a saint. Straight demonic. We got pentagrams in One Piece. But I did find it cool that I was on Twitter. People were like, "Oh, we've seen pentagrams before in One Piece," and yeah, we did because the Gorosei's room has pentagrams around it. And also, I found it interesting that either it was the number 5 or it's a weird S-shaped insignia. So maybe all the Gorosei's have numbers like they're a Spada. So that might be something to keep track of. Or maybe it was just an S or just a random signal, but random symbol that looked like a 5 to me. So maybe Garcia's the 5th Gorosei, whether it be 5th strongest, 5th member to join, 5th member born, who knows? But there's something interesting I wanted to point out from last chapter. An elder came in person, so we got the Marines running away. Saint Saturn of the 5 elders have landed. All Marines beneath the rank of Rear and Vice Admiral are to evacuate the area immediately. So is this because only Rear and Vice, only Admiral level people and above can know their devil fruit powers. No, because everyone knows that he exists. That's not like a secret. So they're just not allowed to see the power, or is it like some type of like, if you hit the admiral rank, your hockey's strong enough to not just get auto neg deathed by my or some shit like that. It was crazy. That dude's head exploding was crazy. Was that like a laser beam? Was that hockey? Oh, it is going crazy. All Marines beneath the rank of rear and vice admiral are to evacuate the area immediately. Do not look back. Even a peek will not be forgiven. Oh, so that was still the intercom. They're telling people, don't look at him. Huh? He's here already? But how? And one Marine's looking back. I've only seen him in portraits. What's with all the light? Yeah, there's a lot of black lightning in the background. That's some crazy ass Conqueror's hockey. Bruh. What's with all the lightning? He's even above the celestial dragon. I mean, yeah. I guess that's yeah. We knew this, yeah. Because they know Charles can't talk shit to. Yeah, we know this. He's even above the celestial dragons, and one of them can boss around an admiral like it's nothing. Why would someone so far up on the divine hierarchy come all the way down here from Mary Draws? They say, shaking, and they're just like looking on. You see more black lightning just emanating from the shooting into the sky. Garcia Satter looking menacing, just looking down. That big ass nose of his. Bonnie, you've crossed the... Oh, I forgot we left off last chapter. Bonnie stabbing him. Bonnie, you've crossed the line. That's Saint Saturn. You stabbed one of the 5 elders. Sanji's looking up. Vegapunk, Frankie, Luffy somewhere down there. Then we got the vice admirals. She assaulted one of the world's overseers. All Marines, take aim. What is that dude gonna do? So the dude with the sword for his hair is doing this. Can he shoot like a sword slash from his head? What's going on? Then we got Vegapunk. Bonnie! The Bonnie's crying. Stop squirming, you pathetic maggots. If I did... His eyes are glowing and there's like stuff leaking out of his eyes. If I did not wish to be stabbed. He like shot Bonnie, I would have simply dodged. And he's like holding on. He's massive. He's holding on to Bonnie. He shot her in the head. And then that pinpoint accuracy. Sniper Garcia Saturn. Uh-oh, I see you. And he holds on to Bonnie. Yeah, Sanji's pissed. Yeah, don't let... Nah. That's 2 hits on a woman. Yeah, Sanji's coming. Yeah, next panel should be a foot flying towards his face. Also, there's Sanji. Bonnie chat. He just shoots Sanji too. He shoots Sanji into some more black light. He just shoots Sanji in the face. Sanji's muffin cap got peeled back. Sanji! And Garcia Saturn pulls out the sword. And it healed. Frankie, the wound disappeared. Damn, Sanji got... Ooh, that was a heavy hit. Sanji got fucked up. Sanji's holding his head. Cough. And there's like blood coming out of his mouth. And Sanji's just like shocked on the ground. Yeah, never mind. I was like, Sanji's gonna come in hot. I take that back. Rewind that last part and just edit that out. You know, just... Nah, Sanji's gonna redeem himself. Don't worry. Mr. Prince is gonna get his get back. Ain't no way he's gonna let this slide. So the Marines are running towards them. Keep the pressure up. Get Vegapunk. Then this is Saturn. Wait, you fools. Don't give them an opening. Stay calm. Escape is impossible if you keep your weapons trained on them. Yes, sir. Garcia Saturn continues. It's unprecedented for you to be so slow in executing an order like this. Kizaru. Kizaru's on the ground holding his head. At least he's still wait. You can see like he's shaking, he's trembling. So the arm that Kizaru's holding his head with is like trembling. So I don't know. So he's not down for the count because he's holding his head. He speaks. Kizaru, I apologize. I have no excuse. I need a second. I don't think I can move just yet. This is what Luffy wears around his waist. The big gold belt. Let me read that again. I think I need a second. I don't think I can move. It's an admiral. Akiinu ain't ready. If it was Akiinu, he'd been in the same position, pieced up like one. Was this a one shot? Oof. Oof. Yeah, because I only got tagged once. Once that we've seen. There could be some off-screen stuff. Sure, the anime is gonna make this fight like 3 times as long as what it was. But this fight's been gas. I loved every moment of the Kizaru Luffy fight. Favorite Admiral versus the best Yonko. Beastly fight. But seeing Kizaru on the ground like that. So it could be something where it's like it's not pain. It's just like he's confused. Like Pokemon. Use like Confuse Ray or use Hurricane. Or use some type of move that causes confusion as a status. Maybe Kizaru's world is spinning. And that's why he can't move, but physically he's okay. Or it could just be a straight damage thing where it's like, no. I have a concussion. Luffy gave me that CTE. And now I'm on that ground. Shaking. So I'm curious to see which one is it. Is it an effect of the attack that causes Kizaru to get dizzy or confused or whatever? Or is this like brain damage? I'll continue. Then Luffy's on the ground too. Given the circumstances, I can understand this disappointment. Was that? Or I think that was not Kizaru speaking. That was Garcia Saturn. Given the circumstances, I can understand this disappointment. So you say, yeah, Nika's strong. That's title belt Luffy. You face the world champion. Ain't no shame in losing the match to the world champ. Ain't no shame. So at least Garcia's acknowledging. Yeah. Luffy's that guy. Yeah. Bruh. It's all good. Like, you lost. I'm a little bit disappointed, but not really, because you lost to that guy. You lost to him. It is what it is. We good. Oh, now then. He's trying to kill Luffy. He's trying to stop one of his spider legs. Frankie saves the day. Strong. Right. Luffy's bleeding. So Oda. I don't care how little hockey Luffy got. Frankie shouldn't make that man bleed. So Frankie's strong right. He punches Luffy. And Luffy's spitting up blood from the punch. But he saved him. And Luffy went into some rubble. And Frankie's arm is going to grab him. Grab. Garcia Saturn. Jay Garcia. Interesting. So you're the kind of pirates who stick together. That's an interesting statement. Was he at God's Valley? Did he see the Rocks pirates fall apart? Some curious to see which pirate group is he alluding to when he says you're the kind of pirates who stick together. So Frankie was able to get Luffy. Haha. So even the biggest big shot in the world are after our captain's head. Good to know. And Luffy's going, ugh. Straw Hat Luffy. Jewelry Bonnie. Your involvement in this affair was certainly unforeseen. However, this is Garcia Saturn speaking. The coasts have been completely blockaded by our army. It's a lot of ships. It would be something to you. It'd be something to see you escape from such a hopeless situation. Narration. They will. We shall see what fate has in store for you. Vegapunk. Your betrayal is a heavy blow, and Vegapunk is looking on. I am grateful for all you have accomplished for the Navy during your tenure. Now, which one of you is to die first? Tell me the cruelest order possible. I want you to die cursing yourself for daring to cross the world government. He's squeezing the hell out of Bonnie, and she's coughing up blood. Human nature is to blame. Why must people always be tempted by that which has been explicitly forbidden? Bonnie squeezing tighter. Bonnie going, ugh, coughing. Ugh. Sanji, wait, stop. Sanji, we gotta do something. Zoro's busy over there with fucking Lucci. Frankie's Frankie. I mean, no disrespect to Frankie, but ain't nothing you can do about this. Sanji, we need something. Shouldn't have destroyed that raid suit. We need something from you, Sanji. Sanji, why is... Wait, whoa. Sanji, is that you speaking? Why isn't anybody doing anything? Nigga, you do something about this. I can't... Also, maybe this was Frankie speaking. Or Vegapunk, who knows? I can't. It's like something's pinning me down. This is Sanji speaking. Or is... If he isn't using technology, it must be some sort of devil fruit ability. So, like, or is all of them being pinned down? Is this just like pressure? Because I see like it's like wisps of a fire going towards them. So maybe I think Sanji's the one saying that he's pinned down. But I'm not sure who's saying why isn't anybody doing anything. If that's Frankie, I mean, Frankie's right. One of y'all need to help Bonnie. Y'all need to get this man up out of here. So if that was Sanji saying it, bruh, come on now. If he isn't using technology, it must be some sort of devil fruit ability. Oh no, Bonnie, he's squeezing the fuck out of her. Bonnie, Saturn, you killed my father. And Saturn is just looking on. Ah, you're talking about Kuma. He was born to be a slave. Oda, we need to have a talk about this. A descendant of people who committed a grave sin against the world. Is Kuma a part of the D clan? Ugh. A survivor of the now extinct Buccaneer race? Buccaneer race? A survivor of the now... I'm curious to see what the viz... Is this, if this is like the actual translation. The Buccaneer race. Major details. Shout to the Tampa Bay Bucks. So Vegapunk is looking on, shocked. Then Bonnie's thinking of Kuma, and it's a flashback. Kuma, Bonnie. When I was a... So, this is Kuma speaking. Bonnie, when I was a boy, I wanted to be a hero. Someone who could save people from suffering and grant them their freedom. The Marines are still aiming their guns. One guy's like a cannon on his hat. So he's just like bowing down like this to take aim. Just like the legendary warrior of liberation, Nika, all troops aim for her. He's gonna have him clip Bonnie. All troops aim for her head. Bonnie, Nika, Kuma. That's right. I've always looked up to him. They say Nika would always come along laughing to this rhythm. So you got Kuma and Bonnie dancing. Don't do to. Don't do to. Sanji. Bonnie-chan. All of you, knock it off. Vegapunk, stop. She's just a kid. So am I gonna be free too? Then Kuma, of course, with a smile on his face. You even see through Kuma's glasses in this picture. Flashback, let's go. This is deep. 47 years ago in the South Blue Kingdom of Sorbet. Wah! Wah! Congratulations. What a big boy. Definitely Kuma's parents. I'm so glad to finally meet you. Hello, Kuma. They got some big ass hands. Jesus Christ. Excuse me, Doc. His blood, right? Don't worry. I won't tell anyone. What about his blood? Duh. Look at baby Kuma. Oh, so adorable. What a cheerful baby. I'm sorry, Clap. You got to run. There were government agents in the hospital. And the doctor is crying. I'm so sorry. Just take me. I'm the one with Buccaneer blood. My wife is normal. Please let her go. Let her and my son go. I beg you. So Kuma's a half. So he's a half race Buccaneer. Damn, they beat the hell out of Kuma's dad. So he's covered in blood and lumps. He's in chains. Kuma's in chains. The wife is in chains. Oh, and straight to slavery. God damn. Straight to slavery. Oda. This mongrel is a Buccaneer. Another black-coated character. I always knew Kuma was one of us. With the hair? Come on now. I knew it. There's another Jimbei, Kuma. Like, man. So many black-coated characters in One Piece. This mongrel is a Buccaneer. Wow, look at his power. And so young. He's a damn toddler. They're just beating him. Why are you so slow? That hurts. I'm sorry. So Kuma's been at Mary Joy's for basically... Damn. That sucks. Kuma's crying. Stop crying. Do you want to die? And there's a celestial dragon with a gun. Then it's Kuma's dad. Them legs. Come on. That... I'd be skipping leg day too. I can't even lie. The grim reminder of what happens when you skip leg day. Hey Kuma, how are you holding up? This is his dad talking. Fine, daddy. Master is so kind to me. I'm very lucky. He's like all beaten up. Then Kuma's dad, I have something to tell you. Mommy has passed away and gone to heaven. Ouch. Isn't that wonderful? He's smiling and crying. She's in a better place now. And Kuma's tearing up. Ah, damn. But Kuma, you're strong. You can survive this. You must be brave and bear it for me. Then Kuma, but why? Isn't death so much easier? He's like crying his heart out. The warrior liberation will come and save you. Then Kuma, who? The sun god Nika. His dad keeps speaking. That name has been passed down through Buccaneer folklore for generations. That's crazy. No wonder why Kuma's with the Revs. Nika will come and take you out to sea, where you will be under the sun and free. Nika always smile. So I guess in story, as if One Piece was a real world and this was like a recounting of an event. I always would love to have OVAs of important characters who knew some deep shit, and we didn't know they knew some deep shit until end of the series. How much did Kuma know when he met Luffy? This guy reminds me of the stories my dad was telling me. Back in the day, we were slaves in Mary Joy's. My dad was telling me about the smiling god of liberation and stuff. I always be interested in seeing side stories with important characters and their thought process as they're moving on from arc to arc to arc. So, because Kuma, so we now know that Kuma knows the end game of why the Gorosei are so evil and the world government, what they're trying to hide and run from, yada yada yada. So when he met Dragon, obviously he didn't know Luffy, but then he met Luffy. What was going through Kuma's mind after he met Luffy? I would die to see a story where Kuma, after Thriller Bark, has a conversation with someone, and the details hey yo, I ran into Dragon's son. This shit was crazy. And that guy, he fits the description of the sun god. Bruh. Same thing with Kaido. If Kaido comes back, if Kaido comes back, we will see the catharsis of Kaido coming to the realization that he believes Joy Boy is the person that could beat him. He now just lost. So therefore, Luffy is Joy Boy. So I want to also see that moment where Kaido he sees Luffy again and has a conversation. Because Kaido also has some deep knowledge of history. And he has some stuff that we're not privy to yet as readers. So I would love to see that type of interaction between characters. So let me continue. He could always smile. And the people never fail to laugh when they hear his drum beat. Don do tu tu, don do tu tu. And Kuma's laughing. A celestial dragon just shot his dad right in front. Ugh. Man. There's no way Oda could have this story resolved without all the Celestials dying. Like, part of me, I've been fighting this. Like, One Piece isn't that. In real time, One Piece isn't like a graphic kill people story. But in flashbacks, Oda kills everyone. It is what it is. There's no future that these people can exist with everyone else. That's my issue with Endgame One Piece. How is he going to craft an ending that's satisfactory for everyone? Only, like, the best case scenario is that all the Celestials are forced to be, like, down and impelled down. Like, you're now prisoners and impelled down for the rest of your days. That's, like, that's, like, the most peaceful resolution. Like, you can't have these people just roaming among polite society. Because, A, what we see with Doflamingo, they're rotten to the core because they lived a life accustomed to having slaves, killing people just, like, that's just how they live life. So, like, they can't be living amongst the masses because, A, they'll still do fuck shit. They'll shoot people. They'll try to capture slaves and yada, yada, yada. Or B, the rest of the world should stand on business and fuck them up. It's one of, like, look, if I don't fault the people for fucking up Doflamingo's family. I just don't. They're standing on business. We know who y'all are. So, like, I don't see how this story ends with the Celestials alive. Like, they just have to die. Like, I just don't get or see how you could peacefully resolve this. Death is the only thing, like, that should come to these individuals. So he shoots Kuma's dad in front of him. Kuma's dad's blood slams on Kuma's face, splat. With the Kuma still with a blank smile on his face, and the Celestial with a smoking gun. Shut up already. How the hell did Kuma escape? Because he was the king of the Sorbet Kingdom. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me scroll back up. So he was born in Sorbet, became a slave, and somehow made it back to become their king. So shut up already. 38 years ago, West Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. So Kuma's, 9 years old at this point? Thank you for your patience. Remember, this event only takes place once every 3 years. Don't miss your chance to take part in the native... These Christopher Columbus ass people. Don't miss your chance to take part of the native or Thomas Jefferson or, man, there's plenty of people who committed genocide. Bruh. Again, they can't live. They have to either die or live and impel down. I don't really see any other alternative. Don't miss the chance to take part. It's the Native Cleansing Festival. Yeah, all the Celestials are holding up pistols. The venue chosen this time is the non-government affiliated country. They call it God Valley. Oh, this is crazy. And people going, whoa. So there's like ships going over there. This blasphemous name was given to the island as it has abundance of natural resources. The world government has just annexed this land, so it can be the site of our traditional human hunt. Again, they have to all die. There's no future that these individuals can peacefully live amongst the masses. How selfish can you be? You want to slaughter our citizens for sport? They just ask? I just assume they're just going to pull up and, like, engage in warfare. They just actually go to the country Excuse me, kind sir, king of this land. Do you mind us killing your citizens for... That's again, there's no outcome of this story that can happen other than all of them dying. How selfish can you be? You want to slaughter our citizens for sport? Have you last lost your mind? This is our country. Then some person behind him, my lord, just kill him. Oh, there it is. I can recognize that hair from anywhere. Shanks' alleged dad. I forgot the dude's name. Kia, my lord. No, he just kills him instantly. Definitely Shanks' dad. All I see is his face and the hair. Oh my. Hold your horses, St. Garling. It's St. Garling. You've gone and started before the buzzer. They're just laughing, and all the chicks are just like fangirling over him. And he's a handsome looking guy. In a shocking twist, the king of the natives have already been slain. They have a fucking announce team as a penalty for starting the hunt early. St. Garling shall be docked 10,000 points. What a blow for the predicted front runners. I need a handicap like that to keep things interesting. God's Knight, St. Figureland Garling. Doesn't skip leg day. I respect it. To spruce up the proceedings, we have arranged to add some additional game to be hunted down alongside the natives. These slaves are all notorious troublemakers and sinners. Once they're released, we'll chase them down like wild rabbits. He was at God Valley, so that's Garcia Saturn. Sir, we just got the word they tracked down the child who tried to escape. It was the Buccaneer brat. Trying to run away? How selfish can you get? They put us into groups of 10 for collective punishment, you know. Damn, the slaves were the one that brought him back. If you got away, the rest of us would have been killed. What? How's Eva there? Hee-haw. Hey, wait up. So you are the star of this farsal. A buccaneer, no wonder. You carry the blood of giants in you. Alright. So all the humans in the One Piece world can breed with one another. From fishermen, even some wild animals could breed with humans. It's crazy. The One Piece genetics makes no sense. So Eva Ivankov said that Buccaneers have the bloods of giants. So, like, is the reason why we have all these oddly sized humans in One Piece because, like, back in the day we had giants, and then they've been getting smaller ever since. Is he a different species? I guess it wouldn't be species because they're all humans. Is he another subspecies of giants? Are there humans and giants and they bred together and that's how we get Buccaneer? Are humans just watered down giants? Like, there's like Big Mom. Like, Big Mom size makes no sense. She's not a giant. She's smaller than giants, but she is abnormally large. It makes, and her parents are like normal sized humans. So like, Oda has been, like, since Punk Hazard, Oda's been trying to tie in giantification into the story. Somehow Elbaf is on the horizon. So like, and plus giants are long lived. So like giants, the Void Century for giants isn't that, because they live to be 400, something like that, 300 to 400 years old. So since the Void Century is 800 years ago, within giant like folklore, it should be like us discussing the Civil War. Yes, none of us are alive today that were alive back then, but that's not that many generations for us to. It's actually, Civil War is probably too early, because if you live to be 300, that's 2 generations and change ago this event happened. This is like talking about maybe like Great Depression, World War One, something like that. Yes, no one's alive that's been there. Very few are still around alive that's could even claim they were alive close to these events. But we have a very good accounting of what happened because it wasn't that long ago. Even the Civil War wasn't that long ago. We have a lot of details from the Civil War because 1867 ain't that much removed from 2023. There's only several generations, so it's like if you're the world government, shouldn't you want the Giants gone first of all because they probably have the best accounting of history in the One Piece world due to how long they live? That would be my thought process. Like, this should be recent-ish giant history. For humans, we don't live to be 300, so of course, it's easy to have that stuff disappear. But for giants, no, this should be like, yeah, oh, yeah, voice century, yeah. We got thousands of textbooks on that stuff. It's crazy. So let me dive back in. So Ivankov was at God's Valley somehow. He hauled, hey, wait up. So you are the star of this farce, a buccaneer, no wonder. You carry the blood of giants in you. And Kuma's looking up. Slave Ginny. Do we know this person? Ginny. Don't look familiar. Alright. 30. This is God Valley. Is this Luffy's mom? No, too young. Stop, too young. Who could Ginny? Doesn't ring any bells, or the character doesn't look familiar. Big bro here is pretty big himself, don't you? Yeah, Ivankov is a massive human as well. The only thing about me is my head. Not. Now listen, you morons. Why do you all have hopeless looks glued to your faces? I, for one, want to live. Well, what are you going to do? Meeting an unexpected duel in this hellish existence. Break next week, damn. So Ivankov was a slave. So slave Imperial Ivankov, slave Ginny. So Ivankov and Kuma met as slaves on God Valley. Oh man. Dragon has to pull up in this flashback. We have to see Dragon at some point. So Garling, if it wasn't confirmed he was related to Shanks, this all but confirms he's related to Shanks. Father, grandfather, who knows. I believe it was revealed that Shanks was found at God Valley. Wasn't that revealed in one of the either the Road to Laugh-Tell or like one of the Vivid cards or something like that? So was Shanks just was like a baby Shanks just chilling on a marine vessel at how so if they got Shanks from God Valley and his dad, uncle, father, grandfather, whoever was also there, did Garland just cast Shanks aside? Like, I don't care, whatever, kid. Or did Roger steal Shanks? Huh. This is interesting. This is gonna be one of the best flashbacks. There's so many interesting plot points that are gonna intersect. We're gonna because Garcia Saturn said earlier, oh, you're a pirate crew that sticks together. So Garcia, he saw the Rocks pirates fall apart. So we're gonna see how that happened. Cause like the young Big Mom, Kaido, Whitebeard, we're not privy of how the current Dems felt about each other when we met them in the series. We know that Kaido and Big Mom are were still friendly. So the fraction of the Rocks pirates didn't happen on that end. And plus we know that Kaido got his fruit from Big Mom. Big Mom saved him. So the question is Whitebeard. In this entire dynamic, what caused Whitebeard to split off from his crew? Something got Whitebeard to say, nah, I can't do this with y'all. I'm out. Because there ain't no way Roger and Garp legit boxed Whitebeard, Big Mom, Sebek, Shiki. Like, that's crazy. that's legit crazy. But we now know that Garling was there. Garcia Saturn was there. So because it's been a massive battle royal. Oh, man, this is going to be crazy. Let's see what Garcia looks like. He still looks old. Alright, so people speculate, are the girls say like immortal, or do they age or do they age? Ain't no way Garcia Saturn is still looks exactly the same then as he does today. He was an old ass man 38 years ago. He's an old ass man now. So yeah, there's something up with that. But we now know the name of of Kuma's race, the Buccaneer people. Why wasn't Big Mom after them? Well, after him specifically, Kuma. Between Bonnie and Kuma, Big Mom should have been fiending after them. Like maybe she had Kuma already. Maybe. So like Big Mama's entire thing is getting all the races together. Even when she saw King, she told King, "Ayo, join my crew. I need. There's no more Lunarians, and you're the only one left." So either Big Mom had no idea about the Buccaneer people, or Kuma was protected enough to where she couldn't touch him. Where it's like, all right, if I touch Kuma, Dragon might pull up. It ain't worth it. But also Bonnie, like you'd think that she would want one of her sons to, procreate with a Buccaneer child, or is I guess Bonnie might not be a Buccaneer. She might not be his actual. I mean, I just doing this out of the assumption that they're blood related. In One Piece, blood relation doesn't mean everything. Because yeah, when she mentioned Kuma, he didn't say Bonnie also was a Buccaneer. He was he only said Kuma is the Buccaneer. So this is but she looked like so when Bonnie became an old lady during the reverie, the people there recognized that old lady as someone they know, like Queen whatever from Sorbet. Like Bonnie when Bonnie aged herself up, she looked like someone from the Sorbet Kingdom that has some type of political power. Queen, I forgot the name that the guard said. So like this is there's an actual person in the Sorbet Kingdom, an old lady connected to Kuma that Bonnie looks like. So like that's what I'm saying. Like it's confusing. I'm curious to see how this all wraps up. Because Kuma escapes God Valley, becomes the king of Sorbet, and then I guess all right. So try to piece this together. So God Valley happens. Kuma escapes with Ivankov and this Jenny person. And Jenny's eating. This is Bonnie's mom? Wait a minute. Jenny, Bonnie. All right, so we're piecing it together. So is Bonnie actually Kuma's daughter? So Jenny's just eating food, very hungry looking, and she's pointing out to Ivankov around the same age as Kuma. So the age ranges matches up. Huh. This is interesting. Oda's been hitting fire with these chapters. Either the action's been fire or the content's been fire. Huh, there's so much to think about. And at some point, Kuma runs into so like, all right, so Kuma escapes, goes back to Sorbet, possibly with Ginny, possibly Ivankov, or Ivankov does something else, and then the royal government finds out, oh, Kuma's where? Nah, we pulling up, and then that's where Kuma leaves and becomes a pirate, and then maybe he runs into Dragon at that point. Maybe Ivankov and Kuma join Ravs at the same time. This is interesting. This is crazy. I would never expected Ivankov to be a slave. That's wow. I mean, it makes sense. He's in the Revolutionary Army. They are in the Revolutionary Army. Like, they hate the world, the Celestials. So it makes perfect sense. All right, sure. Wow. And this is just how they do the cleansing. They just walk up. Who wants to kill people? They go, yeah. And they travel to that. That's crazy. Again, there is no future of One Piece where the Celestials live. They just have to all go bye-bye. Like, Doflamingo should get clapped. I'm sorry. Like, look, I've been thinking like, all right, Luffy becomes allies with all of his opponents. Nah, not Dofi. I don't know how. Like, it'll be a marriage of convenience. Dofi's not stupid. He'll 1000% accept help if it's beneficial to him. Like that's goes without saying. But if you're Luffy, no. Like, I know what time you're on. Well, I mean, Luffy's not worried because Doflamingo can't touch him. But, like, any other character, no. I mean, but people get stronger in prison in One Piece. That's crazy, though. That's the thing about Crocodile became world stronger after his time in prison. So, like, even though Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei ain't sweating Doflamingo, yeah, whatever, dog. But, like, everyone else, nah. I mean, Law ain't sweating them either now. Like, after you face down Big Mom and Kaido, Doflamingo pulling up, you're laughing in his face, honestly. Law's just laughing. Like, bro, I legit almost died against Kaido and Big Mom. You're literally a small fry in comparison. It is what it is. So, like, if you're a top tier, Doflamingo means nothing to you, but his deeds should not allow him to be walking out of a cell. So, like, I am curious to see how that Celestial situation is solved by Oda. Because they're bad people. Of course, there's going to be some good ones. But generally speaking, they're bad people. So, I have no idea what's going to happen. This has already been a great flashback. Kuma's backstory. Automatically, it's like top 3 saddest in the verse. And we even get like a full, like, multi-chapter, like, first chapter of the back. What is a full chapter? We got like a half a chapter of a backstory. Top 3 saddest. This is crazy. Crazy. And I love how everything is dovetailing on Egghead. All the principal parties are pulling up. Shanks need to pull up. Yeah, because when Garcia's like, how y'all going to escape? Obviously the robot's woken up. But, like, in this current situation, they need a heavy hitter to pull up and help them. Or maybe Luffy's going to recover quickly because... but also, like, a lot of people speculate Kuma's on his way, that the reason why he was climbing the red line is so he could push himself to Egghead. So that's possible. So maybe right as they're shooting at Bonnie, Kuma jumps in front of it and blocks all the bullets. If Shanks pulled up to Wano, I think he should pull up to Egghead. The Blackbeard pirates are lurking around the corner. This is some crazy stuff. But let me know what y'all think about the chapter below. This is hype, just pure hype. Great writing. It's good to be back. Looking forward to the next chapter, even though there's a break. But man, Kuma's life sucked. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Peace out. Manga After Dark out.